Okay, we're here with Miss Amanda.
Hi.
How you doing, young lady?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Okay, our subject is bullying.
hmm
What is your intake on the bullying that's going on, not just here, but it's everywhere?
well, I think that people who feel bad about themselves always want to cut people down, and I think that bullying can come in all shapes and forms, and it
Yes,
makes everybody feel really, really bad, and
e-
it's not good.
exactly. Okay, how have you ever been bullied, or have you ever did any bullying coming up in your childhood throughout your school years?
Yeah, actually, I was bullied a lot when I was younger, in elementary school. There are two girls. They'll remain nameless. But yeah, they made me cry almost every day after school. It was really bad. I didn't even want to go to school some days. Like I would pretend to be sick
Hmm.
because I didn't want to go.
Wow.
And yeah, it affected me a lot. Like as I grew up, like I really don't like it when people bully others
Hmm.
because I don't know. It makes you feel like a sort of empathy. So you
Yes.
can see if the shoe was on the other foot. Like it really makes you feel worthless. It makes
Hey,
you feel like you're not really a person.
okay.
And it sucks. It really does. Like it makes your whole world revolves around that other person's opinion of you,
Uh-huh.
and it just cuts you down until you feel like nothing.
Wow. So you answered both of them questions, so we'll go to the final question.
Okay.
What would your advice be to the people that's been bullied
hmm
and also the ones that's doing the bullying? What advice would you give them?
Well, to the people who are bullying, I just say stay strong. Kind of like find it within yourself to know that that's not a reflection of you. That's a reflection of that other person's, you know, lack of self confidence.
Hmm.
Um, and to know that there are other people out there who kind of been through it and survived, and it gets better. It gets better.
Yes.
It's gonna suck at the time and it's gonna hurt really bad, but you'll be okay.
Okay.
And to the bullies, I would just say, reach out to people more and, not be afraid to like trust people and to, I don't know, kind of think about what you're doing. Like before you say something, think about your actions and really try and focus on like how the other person feels. Like if you could be that other person,
Yes.
you really, really, really need to think about the words that come out of your mouth and the things that you do because they affect people. And it doesn't feel good to be made fun of.
That was well said, Miss Amanda. You have any shouts out you would like to send anyone?
Well, Michelle and Daniel, my roommates.
Okay.
You,
Okay.
your
Thank you.
cousin, to you.
Okay.
Loving
Thank
it.
you.
That right there.
And hopefully, when the people see this video, for the ones that's doing the bullying, they
mm,
would stop. The ones that's been bullied, they would seek out. Well, actually, both the bullies and the ones that being bullied need to seek out help. And
for sure.
maybe this will change a couple of lives.
I hope so.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Appreciate it. All right, we're sitting here with Brother Nate. Here, True Vine
Ministries.
Ministry here, Brother Nate. There's a lot of bullying going on around here. Uh, can you give us a little insight on what you feel about the situation, or what can be done to help it, if not stop it?
They say it should be addressed and they should actually go to someone to seek help and let someone know that they are being bullied. You have to bring it to the attention of the people, the right sources.
What about the ones that's afraid to go and reach out for help? How do we get to them? Because a lot of people that's being bullied, they look for a way out, and usually it's either ending their lives or taking someone else's life. Uh, what do you say on that?
Basically, that is a tough question, and also too, like I said, I feel that you got to get past the fear, and basically you have to reach out for help and let someone know. Because if you don't let no one know, then you may end up committing suicide. Because the rates of suicide, they say, is between 15 and 27. The high rates of suicide because of the bullying and things of this nature.
Right,
You know,
right.
not seeking out for help is it's a setback.
So do you?
You know,
Go ahead.
maybe we can see it ourselves as adults and maybe address it and just on that level. But maybe we also need to seek professional help. and get some professional advice, to find out how we can address the issues.
So do you see any progress pertaining to all the bullying that's going around? It's like there's more and more of it. I was just watching the news actually yesterday morning, and they had this grown man who bullied his neighbors, if I'm correct, a young lady and the mother, for over 15 years. He went to court and he had to serve community service, meaning sitting outside with a sign saying he's a bully, excuse me. He's a bully, and he has been bullying his neighbors. Do you feel that that approach could be one of the approaches that we can use to, I guess what the judge was trying to do was shame this man into doing the right thing? You feel that could be a good approach?
Yeah, I feel that could be a good approach if the judge made a decision on it.
Okay, well, that's pretty good. Nate, I want to thank you for your time. I know you have a busy schedule. You're a busy man. And is there any words of encouragement that you would like to leave the people that's doing the bullying, along with the people that's being bullied? Would you like to leave them a word of encouragement?
Well, basically, I feel the reason that they're doing the bullying because they have an issue themselves that they have to work on when they have low self-esteem. Because the average person is just not going around picking on people just to be picking on them. And it's also too, I truly believe in how you've been reared and how you've been raised in your upbringing. And I believe that has a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Being disciplined at home. It starts all at home.
So that's for the ones that's doing the bullying. What would you say to the ones that's being bullied, who's afraid to reach out? What words of encouragement can you give them?
Words of encouragement I can give them is I would say that, as I said earlier, that I think that I would seek professional help. I know being so young, that's a tough decision to make, but at the same time, too, they have to reach out to someone to let them know what's going on in their lives so they can get help. If we can't detect it ourselves as adults, to figure out what's going on. But usually change of behavior will bring about signs letting us know that something has taken place in their lives. And if we're able to read the signs and be able to pick it up, then we can probably address and deal with it from there.
Brother Nate, that was well said. I would like to thank you for your time, and hopefully we can reach some of the children as well as some of the adults that's being bullied and that's doing the bullying. Hopefully this video will kind of like, if not stop it, tone it down, but our goal is to help stop it. Excuse me?
Kind of enlighten it a little bit?
Yes.
Bring it to the awareness.
Yes. Okay, thanks once again. Anybody you want to shout out to?
Give a shout out to Andre, my neighbor, for always looking out for me.
All
I'm
right,
so
thank
thankful
you.
and grateful for that. And also to Vine Ministries. And I want to give a shout out to Brother Riley across the street at Mingleton Temple, who's always looking out for the neighborhood and looking out for us.
All right.
And I'm so thankful and grateful.
Thanks a million, Brother Nate. I appreciate it. We here with my brother L. Wood. For the last 20-some years, we've been living as neighbors. What's your opinion about the bullying that's going on here today with our youth?
Well, I think that the bullying that kids have to go through these days is due to a lot of it not having the bullies not having an understanding of what they're doing in terms of damage to a fellow child their age. Because a lot of that goes with you throughout the rest of their lives. And I'm sure if they had to experience it from the other side, they would think again before they would inflict that on another.
Okay. Have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied while you were going to school?
I have, as many years ago as a child. I knew a lot of bullies, grew up with them, and pretty much I knew those who were against it, so I hung out with a lot of the bigger kids that were against it to try to keep me away from it.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. What would you say to the ones that's out there bullying, as well as the one that's being bullied? The ones that's being bullied, they're afraid to seek help, because they're embarrassed. What would you say to them?
Well, the embarrassment is short term of you going through it, but if you allow it to continue, that only continues and grows and grows and grows. And the person who's doing the bullying won't stop at you. So, you have to think of it as you're not the only victim. The person you stopping from victimizing now will help that person. If it doesn't help you, it'll help that person further down the line.
Okay. And last but not least, what advice would you give far as a solution with this? Do you think that we will be able to come together and stop the bullying? If nothing else, slow it down?
I think it would help if Oakland had more things that kids could get together as groups to do. More things that brought them better interest in to take up their time. More things that would expand their minds. Because when you don't have something to do, kids make up things.
Exactly.
And when you leave them to their own recognizance, they may not come up with the best ideas.
Oh, okay. Mr. Elwood, I thank you for your time, and that was well said.
Thank you.
Any shouts you want to give out to?
No, just Oakland. Keep doing the best you can. Grow as Oakland grows as a community in the right direction. We'll see big things come out of Oakland as we have in the past.
Thank you. That was well said. Who we have here? Right, all right. How do you feel about the bullying situation that we got going on here and everywhere else?
Bullying, I don't think bullying is nice. I don't think it's cool. I think it should stop.
Okay. Have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anyone coming up to your school years?
I've been, as a youth, I've been bullied. And I've actually bullied at the same time. I don't think it's right. But at the same time, you gotta learn from it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It can either make you or break you.
Now, final question. What advice would you give to the people that's being bullied, along with the people that are doing the bullying?
I don't think it's right. Just, I don't know. It could be. You gotta know the bullying. You can't really put a stop to it. 'Cause there's always gonna be bullying in this country. It's deeper than that. You know, than just bullying. So the one that's actually doing the bullying, you can't really blame. You feel me? You gotta blame the parents sometimes. You feel me?
Right.
But the ones that's getting bullied, I don't know. I don't know. I can't really
Tough
know
call,
what
huh?
to say. You feel me? That's a tough one. I mean, the ones getting bullied, stand up for yourself. You feel me?
What about reaching out to someone, authorities, or?
I mean, you can do that, but that can only get so far. I think you got to deal with it yourself, man.
Oh, okay.
Deal with
Okay.
that shit yourself, man. Don't
Right.
think you're strong.
Right
You
on.
feel me?
Right on.
Don't run into it, just handle that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was well put. Any shouts out you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to my cousin Al, my big cousin Al right here, man.
What app?
You feel me?
Okay.
Real dude right there, man.
Right on here.
Look here, let's go, man. Go right down the street.
Yeah, I've been on you guys since y'all was little snot noses, man. Right on for that, man. Y'all all grown up. Y'all doing, hey, do what y'all supposed to do, man.
Posted up, man.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Who we have here?
I'm pretty sure everybody know who I am.
Okay, okay. Hey, look at here. The subject is no more bullying. How do you feel about the bullying situation that we have going, not just here, but it's everywhere now?
Bullying ain't cool. You know, I've been deemed a bully. You know, in my time, and bullying ain't cool. You know, having people in fear of you. You know what I'm saying? Once you get past the bullying, then what you got? You know, it's just an exterior, man. It's a shell. You know, for me personally, you know, I stood my ground, but by me standing my ground, it got perceived as being a bully because I wasn't losing too much, you know. But the point being, bullying ain't cool. Now, what's your next question?
Okay, have you ever been... Okay. What's up with it? The subject is bullying. Who do we have here?
Sure, everybody know who I am.
What's your input on the bullying situation that we have, not just here, but it's everywhere now?
Man, bullying is bigger than just me walking up to you and taking something that you got. You know, it's bigger than me just talking about you and having the crowd laughing. You know, we got cyberbullying going on. We got whoever feeling that they the majority. You know what I'm saying? Nitpicking on the minority. And it's bullying tactics, man. I'm not big on bullying. You know, I've been perceived as a bully before, man, and it don't feel good, because once you take that bullying away, what do you got? You got nothing. Soulless person, just I look down on bullying these days.
Okay. Now, have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anybody coming up in your childhood or throughout your school years?
I've been bullied, and that led me into standing my ground and being perceived as a bully in some instances. I don't like running from nobody, and that kind of I don't like nobody to put their hands on me, and then stopping somebody from doing that, you might go too far sometimes. Then that, in that, you're being perceived as the aggressor in the situation, and there you go. There's the bully. But, people get bullied on by teachers. People get bullied on by their family. People get bullied on by people in the streets, in all type of different ways. And I just look down on bullying these days, man. It's not a sport. You tearing down somebody's self-esteem. You know what I'm saying, for your own ego. And come on, man, how you gonna get a stripe off that? That's bad business, man. That's bad business. I look down on bullying. Yeah, I've been bullied, and I've bullied. And I wish I would have never been perceived as a bully in no type of way.
Now, for the next question, what advice would you give the people who are being bullied, as well as the people that's doing the bullying? What advice would you give them?
To those that's been bullied, I would say, it's a lot of different things I would say, but take it as this. Don't let somebody have that power over you to know that you in fear of their words, of you're not envious of their clothes, cars, nothing material, man. Just just be you. You know what I'm saying? If it's somebody that feel like they need to bully you to try to get some prestige or some stripes from somebody else, then man, they feel like shit. They feel like crap about themselves. You know what I'm saying? And you got to take that in stride and know that you actually the bigger person, because they feel like they need to step on you so that they can have a measuring stick to measure their success. And that's not cool. That's just ignorant. And to those that's bullying, man, you're going to run across somebody that's going to bully you in a way you don't want to be bullied. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to know what it feels like. That's pretty much it.
That was well said. Any shouts out to anybody?
Yeah, I got a son, man, and shout out to my son, shout out to my family, shout out to everybody that's watching this tape, man.
All right, well said. Okay, I'm here with my neighbor, Pei Lee. The subject is bullying. What is your feeling about the bullying that's going on, not just here, but sort of everywhere?
If you're talking about bullying in school, it's wrong, but I think all kids go through it at one point or another in school. I mean, me personally, I've seen bullying in school. I don't think I've ever been a victim of it, I may have been a bully a couple of times in my career in school, but but back then when we were kids, we thought that was part of being a kid. But nowadays, obviously I feel it's wrong now that I'm more mature and see that now. So I would agree with the fact that bullying is wrong.
Okay. You answered the other two questions. Let's go to the last and final question. What would your advice be to the people that's doing the bullying and also to people that's being bullied? What advice would you give them?
I would say, seek help or seek guidance, or, just simply put, just grow up. If it's the younger children doing the bullying, then I would advise the parents to step up and and do your job and raise your kids well and just do your job as a parent.
That was well put. That was well put. Any shouts out you want to give, Mr. Paley?
I'm sorry?
Any shouts out you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Stephen Curry. He just won the game 3.
All right. All right. Okay, Mr. Paley, I appreciate it, and hopefully when the people see that it's not just the children, but you have elderly folks that's being bullied as well as doing the bullying, hopefully they would think twice about what they're doing and know that it's not right. And
I agree.
Maybe we could make a change.
I agree.
I want to thank you, Mr. Paley.
Thank you, Dre.
All right. Okay, we're here at Deformity Park. This is a piece of history here. And this park has a lot of memories here. And we're standing here with one of the staff of Deformity Park. And we're going to ask her a couple of questions pertaining to the bullying. The first question is, how do you feel about the bullying that's going on, not just here, but everywhere?
Bullying is a problem, and it needs to be addressed. And to help stop bullying, it has to be recognized and then something done about it. If there are children that we know that are bullying, we have to talk with them and talk with their parents and let them know it's not tolerated.
Have you ever been bullied coming up through school, or have you ever participated in bullying?
I was never bullied. I was the bullying type. And as I got older, I remember I was 9 years old when I started realizing that what I was doing was not right. I was going to church all the time, and then I was doing things that were not conducive to Christianity. So I was about 9 years old when I started thinking about it, and I stopped.
Okay. What advice would you give to the people who are being bullied and the people who are afraid to go and seek help? And at the same time, the people that's doing the bullying, what advice would you give to them?
Now, people who are being bullied, bullies smell fear. You can't be afraid. You have to, within yourself, recognize they are doing this to me because I'm telling them by the way that I don't look at them in the eye, by the way that I'm trying to be shy. Bullies smell fear. When they smell it, they go for it. You're the person who's going to be the victim. And the person who is a bully, who's doing that, has to learn it's not the right thing to do.
That was well said. We want to thank you for your participation and your time. And hopefully the youngsters that see this, as well as some of the older ones, because you have older people that's bullying too, hopefully they will think about what they're doing and see that they're causing people to not only take lives, but take their own lives. And maybe we could come up with a solution for it.
That is so true. Everybody just needs to pause and think about it.
Thanks a million. I appreciate it. Okay, what's up? What's up? Who we got here?
Markel, hey, Cynthia Daddy.
All right. Check this out. This here is pertaining to the bullying situation. How do you feel about the bullying that's going on, not just here, but it's sort of everywhere?
Bullying is not good. The scariest people be the one that's killing people. Bullying, it ain't worth it.
Okay. Now the next question: have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anyone coming up in your childhood throughout the school years?
No, I never been bullied, but I did bullying, and I seen how the scariest cats be the ones that do the most killing. And I had to grow up and realize that since I'm bigger than everybody, I'd be the first one to go.
Okay. Now, what advice would you give to the people that's out there being bullied, along with the people that's out there doing the bullying? What advice would you give them?
Stop bullying. Let's come together as people, and let's be smart about the situation. Bullying, cowards, and when you bully the wrong person, they won't forget what you'll forget, and they'll come back and get you.
Okay. Any shouts out?
Uncle Mo.
All right. All right. What's up? What's up? Who we got here?
What's up, man? I got Phil, man. Go by Phil.
All right. We on the subject of bullying. Tell me how you feel about this bullying situation that we got going on.
They need to cut this thing up, man. You know, we need to get together, man. All this bullying stuff, cut this thing up. Not worth it.
All right. A couple of questions here. Have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied coming up in your school years?
I ain't never really, but I got bullied before, like when I was in school, elementary, in Lafayette, you know. They used to bully me, you know, all kinds of bullying, and I used to always get it over it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Last and final question. What advice would you give the people that's bullying and the people that's being bullied?
People that's getting bullied is stop bullying people to live together, become one together. And being bullied, everybody just get it right, be cool.
All right. Any shouts out? I appreciate that. Hopefully some of these youngsters will see this and they'll take heed to it, because we got so many people not only taking their own lives, but taking other lives, and it's just not working.
Man, y'all need to stop that, man. Just take the advice, man. All that bullying stuff ain't cool, man.
I appreciate that. To the next one. Okay, we're here on Market Street, and I'm standing with one of the OGs here. And how do you feel about this bullying situation we have going on here?
I think it's very bad. For one, as a people, we need to love and care for one another. All the bullying that's going around, we see that it leads to a lot of killing, a lot of stabbing, and a lot of violence in not only in the Oakland area, it's all over. And to be on a positive tip, I'm a member of this church, and we spread the word of God. And we're here to assist and to help those that feel that have been bullied, those that are doing the bullying, that it's not right. It's not a good thing, and the Lord doesn't approve of it. And so I just think that we need to stop the bullying and stop the violence here, especially here in Oakland where we live.
Okay, growing up, throughout your school year, have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anyone?
No, I never bullied anyone. I was a victim of bullying. When I first got to high school, there was an older, he was a junior, and I was a freshman and coming into high school, and so he tried to push his weight around, but where I came into school, it was maybe 3 of us that went to the junior high school that came to one school. And so we didn't fight, but we kind of broke up the bullying, where we stood up for ourselves, and we didn't really accept that from him or from anybody else, because we play basketball, and that's where it started at, on the basketball court.
Okay. For those out there who's been bullied, and at the same time for those that's doing the bullying,
yeah,
what advice would you give to them? Because, you know, we have a lot of people out there that's getting bullied. They're afraid to ask for help
Yes.
because they're embarrassed. And they feel that people would look at them and tease them or whatnot. What advice would you give them?
I would say if you feel that you can't talk to anyone, you can't go to anyone, try your best, your very best to find someone, a family member, a church member, someone in your age group, your pastor, someone that you can go to on the side and speak with, because yeah, you may not trust some people, but there's somebody that's there that God will send your way that you can talk to and get some kind of assistance.
And for the ones that's doing the bullying?
For the ones that are doing the bullying, stop. Stop. Enough is enough.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Not a problem.
And that was well said. How you doing there, sir?
I'm not bad at all. How about yourself?
I'm great. I'm great.
Glad
And
to hear it.
who do we have here?
My name is Dave Greenberg. I grew up overseas in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what can I help you with? What do you want to
Okay,
know?
here we go. The subject is bullying. How do you feel about the bullying situation that's going on, not just here, but everywhere?
I'm a little bit disgusted by some of the stuff going on these days. Particularly, I see a lot of sort of shock and awe articles on CNN and whatnot about bullying in more of a sexual nature, young men on women. That really makes me sort of uncomfortable. I don't know if you are familiar with any of these incidents.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
But I was reading recently about something going on in New Zealand where there was a group of young men, 3 young men that were, I think called the Horsemen or something, and they're, I don't know how it works, they're seducing young girls who are underage to engage in sexual relations and then publish details about it in a way that I think is very shaming.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I feel like, you know, when I was a kid, that kind of stuff didn't go on, and I'm not sure what changed. You know, I don't think it's just because of the internet. I think there's a different, there's something that's changed culturally, where it's more okay to make somebody the outsider or a social pariah in some way than it used to be. And I don't know if that's because, you know, like I said, I grew up overseas and was at an international school. It's a little more inclusive of an environment. But, yeah, I don't know. Did you guys have, like, workshops growing up?
We did.
With, like,
We did, but you know, we had a lot of different workshops, you know, a lot of different things that we can occupy ourselves with. But recently, it's like they're cutting out all the programs, you know, for the children to do. So they have nothing else to do. So when they see someone that may be living a little better than them, they feel, then they feel that they want to pick on them and try and do things that's not necessarily cool, you know. And just to go back to what you were saying about the sexual thing, they just had a young girl who was sexually abused by some guys at her school, and they posted it on Facebook, and the girl went home and hung herself. So we have that here too.
It's an awful situation.
Yes, yes.
And I feel like there's not really an appropriate response or repercussions against that kind of activity because there's not really a legal framework to punish somebody for bullying, as it were.
Exactly.
You know, you can say, okay, go.
There we go. All right, we got a couple OGs here from the hood. We're over here in Oaktown. What you gentlemen feel about the bullying situation that we have going on here, and not just here, but everywhere?
I really feel like bullying is not cool. I bully people, and karma is a mug, so a lot of people don't. Bullying really not cool. Like, start picking on people, and I just feel like it's so shady. Like, come back and haunt you in the long run.
Right.
So all
Yeah.
those youngsters out there,
Yeah,
stop
I done-
bullying and don't do it because, hey, it hurts you in the long run.
Oh yeah, I done been around it. I ain't never been no bully, but I done witnessed it, I done seen it, and like he said, it come back. I mean, all I do is just start something, and that's with a feud, and that's with a killing, and you know, that's where all the violence and all the shit, all the stuff come in.
And you never know who nobody related to, all that bullying.
I mean, and, you know, that's just, I mean, especially out here where we at, that's just how it is. And, I mean, it's sad. It's really sad that it's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I mean, it's like that. I mean, I talk to my little partners, my little homies who I know that I see doing it. In the end, they gonna do what they do, but I mean, I feel good at the end of the day just saying something to them about it.
And I'm his little homie, and I'm still here.
Right. Okay, now y'all just summed it up on if you ever bullied or been bullied. What would you say to the folks that's out there getting bullied and at the same time doing the bullying? What advice would you give them?
If you're getting bullied, don't do nothing stupid and nothing crazy that is gonna hurt you and your family in the long run, as far as jail or get you killed, and to do nothing stupid. But at the same time, as far as bullying, don't do it. I advise you not to, because in the long run it's gonna hurt you. And like I said, karma is a must, and people come back and get you. Like I said, you don't know who people related to. So that bullying just needs to stop. That's where all the violence coming from. Bullying and doing certain stuff that you shouldn't be doing. That's all. Certain stuff happens.
I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy, though. I mean, just being out here and just seeing it, I mean, it's really only so much you can do. I mean, like I said, we talk to them all the time, but they still do what they do. And I don't know, like I said, it's sad, but I mean, they're going to continue to do what they do. I mean, I'm going to still do my part, and like I said, at the end of the day, when I talk to them, I feel good about it. I mean, they still make their own decision at the end of the day. And I mean, you know, I advise for us that bullying is not cool. Ain't nothing fly about that. You want to beat up and do all that to somebody that can't defend themselves. I mean, what you get out of that? You don't get nothing out of that. Try to impress your homeboys and that ain't cool at all. So, I mean, my advice is don't do it.
Think before you do. That's the whole thing. Think before you do.
Don't even do it. I mean, it's
It
not
ain't
cool.
worth it.
I mean, it's not cool, period.
It's not worth it.
Bullying on somebody, that's just taking advantage of somebody. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know why they do
bully
it.
nobody.
It ain't cool. Even when I was growing up just watching it, I just used to be like, man.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I feel bad for the person that's getting bullied on.
Right,
but at the same time, I always feel like they keep punking him. Eventually, he gonna get tired of getting punked.
Right.
And like I said, it's gonna lead to something. So stop doing it and think before you do. Like I got boys and girls as far as my kids, and I don't want them to grow up watching certain stuff and think it's cool, because it's not cool.
Right.
So hey, all I can say is to the bullies, stop bullying, and the ones that's getting bullied, think before you react. Straight up.
Oh, geez, that was well said. I appreciate it. And hopefully when these youngsters get a bar of this, they'll either seek out for help, the ones that's doing it, as well as the ones that's getting bullied.
Stop doing what you're doing.
Right. I appreciate y'all time. How you doing, young lady?
I'm fine.
And what's your name?
Tracy Pastor.
Okay, Miss Pastor, the subject is bullying. How do you feel about the bullying that's going on? Not just here, but it's everywhere now.
I think the bullying situation that's going on, it's nationwide, and I think it's terrible. I think it's really horrible, some of the things that are happening to kids today. They don't know how to deal with the bullying, you know, and there needs to be more education on how to deflect bullying. I really think they need to make it a part of the curriculums at schools.
Okay, now, have you ever been bullied, or have you ever took part in bullying coming up through your school years? Or
I have been bullied, and I was a bully. It wasn't a good thing, you know. I used to hurt people in elementary school, junior high, even up on to high school, and it's not a good thing. It was fun at the time, But when I looked at the faces of the people whom of which I was bullying, I didn't like what I was doing, and I didn't like what it did to people, so I stopped.
Okay.
And I learned to be on the other side. And when I switched over to the other side, I became more of a, I guess you want to say, role model.
Yes.
I showed others through my bullying how to deflect being bullied, how to keep your power, and not allow people to bully you. Sometimes you can't avoid it, but there are so many ways that you can avoid being bullied. One main way is speaking out.
Yes.
Talking about it, telling adults, telling someone about what's going on. That's how you take the power from a bully.
Okay. Now this leads us to the last question. What advice would you give the people that's being bullied along with the people that's doing the bullying?
I'd give advice to people that are being bullied. They need to make sure that someone knows what's going on, first and foremost. Secondly, they definitely need to keep their head up, be positive, and try everything that you can to avoid a bully. For the ones that are bullying, I say cut it out. It's terrible, it's wrong, it'll follow you for the rest of your life, you know, and with the social media age, employers know about your behavior. There are things that you will not be able to do in life when you're found out to be a bully. So I'd say leave people alone, you know, let people be who they are. Individuals are different individuals, and they have the right to feel and look how they look. If you don't like the way a person looks, if you feel that you have to bully someone, just leave them alone.
That was well said. That was well said. Would you like to give any shouts out to anyone?
I'd like to give a shout out to Les from the West, to you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Andre, and
Thank you.
that's about it.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Come on, got one more for you.
Okay, we have Mr. Solomon here. What is your input on the bullying situation that we have going on, not just here, but the bullying that's everywhere?
I'm against it personally, even though I haven't been bullied, but I've seen others from my friends being bullied and vice versa. It's something that affects a child throughout their life, growing up, academically, physically, socially. It's interesting on why people bully. You know, maybe it's coming down from family, or it's coming down from them being bullied in the past. I just hope people realize that it's not something that's enjoyable for the other person, and I hope they recognize that down the line, and hopefully look to their role models and get a better light on what bullying is and how bad it is.
Okay. Now you answered 3 other questions, so I might as well go to the last question. What would you say to the people that's being bullied? You already answered it in your answer for the ones that's doing the bullying. What advice would you give the people that's been bullied?
To hold their head up, to realize that it's probably the other person's insecurities and not yours, and to find people's input who are close to you, and see how theirs matter more than the person that's being bullied, and that's bullying you. If you can't confront it and solve it the first way.
Mr. Solomon, I want to thank you for that, and that's why I vote you as the next president.
Thank you.
I wish we could put you on camera, but since you say no, I'm going to respect that.
Thanks
a million, and like I said, you answered 3 questions in one, you know, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you. No problem.
Any shouts out you want to get to anybody?
Yep. To you.
All
Sure.
right.
Thank you for
Mr.
doing
Solomon.
something positive.
Thank you.
Now, this is the epitome of Oakland. Trust me. When I say the epitome, you guys know. This is Oakland.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good.
And
How
I
are
love
you?
Okay.
I love you, sister.
And what's your name?
I'm Jasmine.
Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
Our subject is bullying. How do you feel about the bullying situation that's going on? Not just here, but it's everywhere.
Especially in elementary school, I think it's terrible. I mean, when people say these harsh words or do these really harsh actions, they don't really know how much they affect the other person. But my heart goes out to everybody that has ever experienced bullying or is currently experiencing bullying, only because it's a really tough situation. And I feel like a lot of parents don't really know what's going on in the school system. Children aren't opening up to people and letting them know that they're being bullied. You know, there's actually kids out there, sometimes it gets so bad that they actually, take their own life from this. So I think it's really important to raise awareness.
Now, have you ever been bullied or have you ever took part in bullying coming up through your childhood?
I was never a bully, thank God. I'm proud to say that. I'll say I've never directly been a bully. I mean, somebody may have been being made fun of, and I may have giggled or laughed, but I've never directly, tried to harm somebody with my words or actions. Have I been bullied? Of course I've been bullied. People always used to make fun of my African features, especially my lips. That was something that a lot of people always talked about or made fun of because it's a very unique thing, and people oftentimes criticize what they don't understand. But anyway, I diverge. I digress. But yeah, I've definitely been bullied before.
Last question. What advice would you give to the people that's been bullied along with the people that's doing the bullying?
First, I would recommend that the people that have been bullied, that they forgive the people that have bullied them. And if you've ever been bullied, make sure that you don't become a bully. And to the people that are bullying, you really need to stop because you really are affecting others. You may not be aware of it, but your actions really are damaging to other people. And it's not a good feeling, when somebody comes at your self-esteem or for you personally.
Ms. Jasmine, that was well said. I want to thank you for this interview. And would you like to shout out to anyone?
Shout out to Les from the West for stopping me on the sidewalk.
Thank you. All right. How you doing, Miss Aura?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on the bullying situation we have going on. How do you feel about the bullying situation?
In this neighborhood?
Not just this neighborhood, but
just
everywhere,
overall.
yes.
Bullying is not okay. I feel that a lot of people are affected, different race and ethnicities, and it's unfortunate, especially now since we have a diverse country or diverse state.
Mm-hmm. Now, next question. Have you ever been bullied or have you ever took part in bullying or coming up through your childhood, school, or whatever?
No, I don't recall being bullied, and I've never bullied anyone. I usually treat people like I want to be treated, and so I don't recall being bullied.
Okay.
Or taking part in any bullying.
Okay. Now, our last and final question is, what advice would you give to the people that's being bullied and also the people that's doing the bullying?
I think I would tell, if I've seen or heard of anyone being bullied, I think I would tell them to talk to someone.
Yes.
To speak out and tell someone close, anyone that they're being affected by bullying.
Yes.
As far as the one who's being the bully, I would probably maybe talk to him about, maybe it could be something that's been secondary to him, that he's been bullied and now he's taking part in bullying. Maybe get some help.
Yes.
Talk to someone about what he's doing and how effective or he's affecting Others.
Okay. Well, Aura, that was well said. I did get the name right.
Thank you.
That was well said, and I want to thank you, Fitch. And like I always say, maybe the people that's doing the bullying, along with the ones that's being bullied, maybe they'll see this video and they would, think twice about wanting to get some help.
Right.
Because you have people taking their lives, and you have people also taking other people's lives.
Right.
And it's not a good thing. It's something that needs
matter.
to be addressed. It is.
It is huge.
Yes. And I want to thank you. Would you like to send any shouts out to anyone?
Just to everybody. No more bullying.
Thank you. Thank you. We have here.
Hey, this is L.M.P. from the West. How y'all doing, man?
Okay, now the subject is bullying. How do you feel about bullying?
Bullying, to me, is not a good thing. Nowadays, I look at it in a different angle than I did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we didn't call it bullying. You just picked on people and you had fun. But nowadays, everything is so emotional to where bullying got to a point to where if you talk about somebody's clothes, they might go home and kill themselves. So I would tell anybody and advise them, don't talk about people's clothes. You go to school, leave people alone. Whatever they're going through. It's their life. Accept them for who they are.
Okay, have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anyone coming up through your childhood?
Yes, and I won't lie, and I won't even say that I was a bully, but I've been tagged a bully. I was already 6'1" in elementary school and junior high school, so I'm bigger than most of the kids around me. I wouldn't consider myself a bully, but yes, I have pressed weight on people for no reason, just to have fun with it. Am I saying that I was right with it? No. But everybody I've dealt with over those years that I've bullied and thought that, to this day I thought, I probably bullied him. I talk to him to this day, and we love each other to this death, man. And, it's no bad thing, but bullying is not a good thing.
Okay. Now, that leads us to the last and final question. What advice would you give the people that's being bullied and also the people that's doing the bullying? What advice would you give them?
To the people that's being bullied, take it with a grain of salt. Trust me. It's an old saying. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You gotta accept it with a grain of salt. That's what life is. Like I say, I've been bullied, and I have been a bully. The best thing about being bullied is I was bullied by somebody way smaller than me at Lafayette Elementary School. Won't say no names, but yeah, I was bullied. I'm a big kid. Won't say no names. And half the people I went to school with are remembering. It's cool. He's a kid. I love this kid to death. He didn't do it because he didn't like me. He just had the power to do it. Don't give a bully the power over you. That's all I can tell you. Don't give him the power. You want to bully, you tell y'all, look at your shoes. Laugh at him, tell him you spent $200 on yours.
Okay, who do you have here?
L.S. from the West, man.
All right. Mr. L.S., how do you feel about the bullying situation that's going on? Not just here, but it's everywhere.
It's not a good thing, and I grew up in a time where we didn't really call it bullying. We just picked on people. So nowadays, I think that it's terrible because you got kids killing themselves, and, it's a bad thing. Hey, if the kid got on some shoes that you don't like, just don't like them. Don't make an opinion about it. That's a part of bullying, too. Talking about people's clothes, talking about people's hair. Just let it go. Hey, everything ain't for everybody. And one day in life, the kids understand that.
Have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anyone coming up through your school years?
I won't lie. Hey, like I say, the times I grew up in, I'm born in 1975. I'm in school in the early, mid-'80s. Bullying, we didn't see it as bullying. Yeah, we picked on people. The people I picked on to this day, I've seen all of them. I love them to death. We laugh about the shit. Yeah, I was a terrible kid.
That's hot too, huh?
Yeah, you saw what I had to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is your girl, Little Miss P with the Miss Blue, and you just heard No More Bullying.
I gotta tell you, what a strong effort.
Thank you.
What a strong effort, really. I mean, because you're very descriptive, about this no more bullying.
Yes.
And let me ask you this: what have been other people's responses to the song as you've letting them hear it?
They loved it. Like they said, it's a subject that people don't touch. and they're glad that somebody finally did.
Okay.
And I'm just excited that I could be that person to do that.
Yeah, well, obviously you were really inspired. All right, everybody, I'm talking with Little Miss P. And so if folks obviously want to hear the song, I Have It, here on the Mornings with Blue show, Ozcat Radio 89.5. But if folks want to find out a little bit more about you and actually be able to get the song, where do they go? And do you have a video?
Actually, I'm working on the video for that now.
Okay.
So it is in progress. It will be a video for it.
Okay.
Where they can get the song is music.pays.com. You can go to cdbaby.com. It's on iTunes. Basically, just Google me, and everything will come up.
We got, who do you have here?
We got Bill.
Okay, where are we?
We're in Oakland, California.
This is a nice establishment here.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
What's the name of this?
Bottles Liquor.
Oh, Bottles Liquors. Okay, okay. A couple of questions for you. How do you feel about bullying?
Bullying, I think it's unfair for other people. It shouldn't be happening right here.
Have you ever been bullied, or have you ever bullied anyone?
No, I haven't. I haven't done that before. I've never been bullied.
Okay. What message would you give to the ones that's being bullied and the ones that's doing the bullying?
I mean, I feel bad for the people that get bullied for no reason. And the people that bully people, it's like, I guess they have no other intentions. I guess they just jealous of the people they bullying on for no reason.
Okay, okay. You have any words of encouragement for the ones that's being bullied and the ones that's doing the bullying?
Man, to tell you the truth, I'm happy. I hope the people that's bullying people should stop. And I feel bad for the people that is getting bullied. And I hope there's a way that can stop. Shit. Any way they can stop people bullying people or the people getting bullied on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds good. I know you have a business to run here, so we're not going to take any more of your time. And we have Mr. Bill at Bottles Liquor Store right here in West Oakland. And I thank and appreciate for everything, blah, 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 blah. I'm tongue-tied. Thank you, and I appreciate your words of encouragement.
No problem, anytime.
All right. How you doing there, young lady?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Okay, and what's your name?
My name is L.M.P.
L.M.P. Padu. What do you do?
I am a teacher. I'm a second grade teacher.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Wow. Okay, our subject is pertaining to bullying. How do you feel about the bullying situation that's going on, not just here, but it's everywhere?
It is everywhere, and it's something that people need to be very aware of. And I think that it's something that people, kids are not, bullying's more than just picking on somebody. Bullying is also not being nice to somebody, not including people. It can go as far as excluding people. And it's kind of an epidemic. And with technology, it's even easier because people can do it anonymously. So that's a whole new avenue of bullying that needs to be addressed.
Okay. Now, this goes to our next question. Have you ever been bullied, or have you ever participated in bullying coming up to your childhood?
I was mildly bullied in elementary school. Nothing that was really scarring. I do not think that I have been a bully, but I bet that I have used bullying behavior in some avenue, probably towards my brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, this will go to the last question. What advice would you give to the people that's doing the bullying along with the people that's being bullied?
I would say stop and think about your actions. Create some space in between the way that you think you want to respond and the way you actually do respond. If somebody is making you angry, instead of reacting the way that you want to react, think about the way that you would want somebody to react to you. I guess think about how your behavior would feel coming towards you.
Okay. And for the ones that's being bullied?
And for the kids who are bullied, it gets better. And a lot of times people want to be friends with the coolest kids, and if they're not treating you well, those are not the people that you should be friends with. Look for friends that are going to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated.
Okay. Now, just for the record, what elementary school do you teach?
I teach at Black Pine Circle School. It's in Berkeley. I used to teach at Monarch Academy in East Oakland.
Well, thank you for this interview. And like I said, we hit the jackpot with a teacher here.
Thank you.
Any shouts out?
To my second graders at Black Pine Circle.
Thank you.
Thank you.